YouTube was down. Mr. Barzell back with another one. Bakhram says he wants Spence. He wants to win the Spence versus Fundora, or he wants Terrence Crawford. His trainer says Bakhram gonna wait till next year to see if the fight can get done. Um, and they say he planning on unifying. He doesn't care about easy fights. He don't want a nobody. He said he if he gotta wait till the end of the year next year, he gonna wait, bro, because he want the belts. So like Bakhram said, like he's only looking for unifications. He said he don't want no easy touches, no tune-ups. He wants straight unifications. I guess he wants to be undisputed. And the reason he says that is because he was the mandatory for Jermel for the IBF and the WBA. So he was the mandatory for almost 5 years, and they made him wait because of the war between Russia and Ukraine, and they told him they was gonna give him sanctions. So they was threatening Bakhram, saying, "Yeah, you got to step aside, otherwise we're gonna give you a sanction, which is probably like a fee." So it's weird. They was giving him weird treatment because his country was at war. You know how American and Russian politics are. It's weird. They weird with each other, but that got nothing to do with the fighters. They also treated Bebo some type of way because he's from Russia. So it's weird. But Bakhram says he wants all these fights, and I hope these guys don't duck him because I mean that's what the fans want to see. We want to see the best fight the best. You know, we want to see Terrence Crawford fight Boots or Bakhram. We want to see Errol Spence fight Fundora. We want to see the best guys at 54 mix it up. I want to see Boots move up to 54 and fight Jermell Charlo and fight Bud and fight, what I'm saying, Errol Spence and fight all these guys. So I want to see the best fight the best. I'm not with all the politics. They said they've been holding him up for all these years, so he's finally get his chance and he don't want to waste no time. I didn't even know he was 30 years old. They said, yeah, he on the he's like in the middle of his prime, going to the end of his prime. So like now is the perfect time to fight him. You see what he's capable of, and it would be a coward's move to not fight him. It would be a coward's move to not fight this man for any of the champions at 54. And I respect all the 54 champions, but I'm not gonna lie to him and say this is not a dangerous fight. But that's why we watch the boxing. That's why we watch the fights. Because who's to say Bud wouldn't dismantle this guy? No matter how technical he is, who's to say Bud not on a different level of technicality, on a different level of skills? He a little older for sure, but Bud, he done been around the block. He done fought a lot of Eastern Europeans. I think Bud done fought more Eastern Europeans than the like he's fought so many Russians and Ukrainians that it's damn near like he grew up in an amateurs fighting. Even though he didn't, that's how it feels. Like he fought a lot of Eastern Europeans and Russians, bro. So he done seen a lot of different styles. He handled Majimov all the feints, all the pendulums, all the probes, and all the what I'm saying, all the tricky shit. He handled that. And Bakhram is less tricky but more strong and a harder puncher. But he has great timing. He could punch you between your punches with a short hook, and you gonna feel that. But look at Tim Tszyu face. It don't look like he having fun. So if Bakhram catch you with one of those punches, it's like his check hook have the same effect as Ryan Garcia. It's just not as flashy. It's just as devastating, but it's not as flashy. You know, like it has the same effect as a Ryan Garcia or a Roy Jones. Jones, like his left hook reminds me of a Joe Frazier. Like it's tight. It's a tight hook. I don't know if he leaps with it like a gazelle hook, but his hook is tight. It reminds me of Joe Frazier when he get done bobbing and weaving and he pick his head up and hit you with that hook that you don't expect. That's what Bakhram remind me of. And Terrence Crawford reminds me of a Marvin Hagler. He could switch stances. He got a very deep understanding of the fundamentals. He could mix it up. He could fight on the outside. He got Marvin Hagler had that gazelle jab though. Like he would leap with his jab. Like Marvin Hagler was a monster, bro. So Bakhram remind me of Joe Frazier a little bit, but he got good timing. And Terrence Crawford. I always said Terrence Crawford remind me of Marvin Hagler. I wouldn't be surprised if Terrence Crawford mirrored his style after Marvin Hagler, because that's who I think of when I see Terrence Crawford. Just one weight class difference. Marvin Hagler was the king of the 160 division. He was the king of middleweight, undisputed, I believe. and Terrence Crawford looking to be undisputed at 54 in his third class. So Terrence Crawford is the first ballot Hall of Fame, no doubt. If he gets his third undisputed weight class, he can go off into the sunset, the greatest to ever do it of his generation. I can. It's even debatable that he better than Floyd if he be 3 times undisputed and retire, bro. So I mean, it's a lot at stake. You know, it's a lot of talent in 154 from Jermell Charlo, Bud Crawford, Bakhram, Fundora, Errol Spence, Lubin. It's a lot of dudes at that division, bro. They scratched Tim Zoo name off that bitch. I don't think he in a running them, but that was a devastating ass whooping. You know, they telling Devin Haney he should retire, but they telling Tim Zoo you're a warrior. You're a warrior, Tim Zoo. So you know the double standards wouldn't even pay them attention. Most of them be trolls. They don't even believe half the shit they be saying. But look, man, Bakhram said he want Crawford or the winner of Spence Fundora. So let's see what happens, man. Till next time. Like, comment, subscribe, man.